Warning. This video may potentially trigger seizures for people with photosensitive epilepsy. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome into the 80th West Virginia Strawberry Festival Grand Feature Parade. I'm Dillon Gaudet, your host for today's event. We're getting ready to get the parade started for you. This broadcast is a JesterLine Studios production brought to you in part by Ulti-Energy and Strategy IT Technology Solutions. Thank you to our partners for allowing us to be able to do this for you today. As you can see, I'm kind of in my strawberry attire. I've got the strawberry shirt on, nice little 80s look, the best 80s look I could do. Also have a beautiful pin that's actually made by my cousin Sherry. She does a great job with some of this. You may see a lot of the artwork downtown from my cousin Sherry. So awesome Strawberry Festival feel. We are getting excited. The antique tractors, they have not made it through yet, but we're going to go ahead and just keep you on here. Thank you guys all for tuning in, all the way from Arkansas, Florida. We've got Braxton County on here too. West Virginia is going to be well represented as well. Again, it's been 2 years since we've had the opportunity to have the Grand Feature Parade, and it's been a long 2 years for everyone. It's finally starting to feel a little bit like normalcy now that we're getting our parade back in action. So anyone in the comments, if you have any questions, anything, any shout outs you want to give to us, we'll take that time now to keep you guys entertained and on the stream. Up to 100 people watching now here according to my numbers. So we're definitely getting some higher numbers. It looks like the tractors are slowly making their way. Again, tractors aren't the fastest. It's not like the runners that we saw earlier running through Main Street. So we will slowly get through these tractors, and then we'll get the Grand Feature Parade going. Cool thing this year is the antique cars are actually going to be at the end of the parade and allowing for the antique car show to kind of set up as the parade ends on Main Street. So I think that's a very cool idea. A little bit of a change up this year from what we've seen in the past. So that'll definitely be exciting to see for sure. A lot of people tuning in. Again, this is the 80th West Virginia Strawberry Festival. Started way back 1936. It was actually started as the Central Strawberry Festival, and then in 1959, that's where it has its name. It has now as the West Virginia Strawberry Festival. So again, this is really exciting for everyone. Thank you all for tuning in. And the tractors are making their way through here. People are outside. It's a hot one out there. Last I checked, again, I'm a meteorologist, so we'll do a couple weather updates. It's 84 degrees out there. Dew point's pretty high, 264. So it's a hot and muggy one out there. If you know anyone that is watching the parade outside, make sure that they are staying hydrated and things like that. Just due to how hot it is out there. It's going to be the hottest day so far this year in Buchanan. If ever you're tuning in from Arkansas, Florida. It hasn't been the warmest spring so far, but it's really going to heat up here today, and we saw that yesterday as well. So thank you guys all again for tuning in. Questions, comments, anything. We're going to make this really interactive. That's what makes this broadcast different than in years past. We will be live here interacting with you throughout the parade. Any questions, shout outs, granddaughter, grandson in the parade wants a shout out to them, we will gladly do so for you. It's a great lineup for the parade today. A lot of exciting bands that are in there, floats, some beautiful floats that will be coming your way. So there is beautiful antique tractor. I will say I am not a tractor expert, but we've got some great tractors coming through the mix here. And if you know any of these tractors coming through, go ahead. Let me know. Let me know what kind of they are. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you for wondering there. Yes, the antique cars. Antique cars are going to be after the parade. So be in mind that was a beautiful scene last year. I don't know if you saw photos. They didn't have the parade last year in 2021, but we did have a lot of the other festivities going on, including the antique car show, which was very cool. Line Main Street with those awesome cars, beautiful look. Thought that was a great thing to have last year for sure. Thank you, Hazel, for tuning in. Yeah, definitely strawberries. I got plenty of strawberries on. I also have a strawberry mug we have as well, so we are definitely festive as we can be here. If I was sitting outside, I would probably turn as red as a strawberry with as hot and as sunny as it is right now. Definitely cool. I know one of my favorite memories from the Strawberry Festival is my grandfather used to be the sheriff of Upshur County and chief of police in Buchanan, and I used to ride in the police car with him when I was very little, so that was always cool. I have some great pictures of me. Sometimes, I didn't like the loud sirens. That's why I called him Pawpaw Woo-Woo, but I was definitely crying in the car, but it definitely, cool. I've been growing up in Buchanan. I now don't live in the area, but this is my favorite time of the year. The third Saturday in May does not get any better than that here in North Central West Virginia, that's for sure. Again, any comments that you do have. And yes, thank you. Hazel says, thank you for sharing for those unable to attend. In the past, this has only been available on television and not via stream. And it's been hard for people that don't live in Buchanan, because the hope is people that live in this area are making their way to the parade. This year, we're doing it differently. Strawberry Festival Committee changed it up here, and now we are live online for everyone worldwide to see, which is very cool. And as the comment mentioned there, antique cars will be after the parade this year. A little bit of a change up, but I think that's a really cool change up in terms of getting everything going. And there are the police cars in the background, so we are about ready to get going here. 80th West Virginia Strawberry Festival again. If you're just now tuning into the stream, antique tractors are making their way through right now, and we see the parade getting ready to move in the background there with the police vehicles, emergency responders vehicles working their way through. Thank you. I want to say shout out if you watched the Fireman's Parade last night. Shout out to the firemen with the high gas prices and stuff to have those firemen driving down here and showing off. I've always loved the Fireman's Parade to show the first responders some love, especially in the trying times that we've had in the last couple of years. So, awesome shout out to them, and we're getting ready to get this thing going. Police escort is getting ready to head through. It's got the city, county, state police, the Department of Natural Resources, and the Upshur County Emergency Squad all taking part in that as well. So shout out to them again. When I was a kid, that's where I was, riding shotgun to my grandfather, Fred Gaudet, during the parade back then. A little bit of a hold-up. Hopefully, parade can keep going here. I mean, we got people watching from Arkansas, Florida. Thank you all for tuning in. Braxton County as well. This is on Main Street. I believe Spring Street. That's where we are. Spring Street and Main Street right there. That you may not recognize this building. This building is brand new, just in the last couple of years as well. So you may not recognize that building for sure if you haven't been in the area for a while. But we are right on Main Street, right on Spring Street as well. Kyle Eisenhart did the design of this cup, so I want to give a shout out there. Kylie Eisenhart, we got that. This cup is gorgeous though. If you can see it, the little strawberry there with the shades. I have some 80s shades. I don't have them directly on me because I was expecting to sit in the sun, but we did make that change, so again, I didn't turn as red as the strawberry. So thank you, Kylie, for this beautiful cup. Keep my voice going here is 2 hours. We're expecting a little over 2 hours with us here. Any other questions you guys do have? Again, this building, brand spanking new. There's also Jester strawberry merch available in the JesterLine merchandise store, so you can check that out as well. More awesome designs like this. Again, keep those questions going. We're going to make this as interactive. Yes, it does, Hazel. Hazel, it does match my shirt. I found this shirt this week, delivered in a day, so can't beat that. I was going to wear a strawberry bow tie, but couldn't really find the bow tie I was looking for. Spring Street in Maine. That had the wrong street. There we go. Camera's on Spring Street in Main Street. Police vehicles getting ready to head on through. We've also got the West Virginia State motorcycle units as well. They are also a part of this as well. Hear the country roads playing in the background. There's not a sweeter sound than that. Shane Jenkins, our president, West Virginia Strawberry Festival president, Shane Jenkins, thank you for tuning in. There's no sweeter sound than hearing that country roads playing back in Buchanan. It hits a little different now. I live in Lexington, Kentucky currently, working down there as a meteorologist, and definitely definitely feels cool to hear that country roads when you're back home for sure. Yeah, shout out to Knucklebuster Auto Repair. They're in the parade today. Shout out to them. They're great parade lineup. Again, thank you to everyone coming back. We're starting to feel a little bit like normal. Parades, festivals, getting back going. Parade's biggest thing, because we have not had many parades here in North Central West Virginia in a while. That is for sure. Especially, it's no better time. All the festivals here around the region. Exciting time for many. We're getting a great listen to some country roads now, though. That is for sure. Police escort getting ready to move on through. Strawberries painted in downtown. That's always a great look as well. High school students do a great job painting those right at the Main Street, Route 20. That's always great to see their design. I know, knowing a lot of people in the Art Honor Society at the high school when I was in school, they took a lot of pride in being able to do that, and I've always done a great job as well. And here we go. We're getting going finally here with got the police escort coming on through, as well as the West Virginia State Police motorcycle units. They're also coming through as well. And Casey says, thank you for doing this. What better way to watch than sitting in AC at home? Agreed. It's a little hot out there, but maybe if you're in the area and come down this evening, there's going to be a lot of great events going on downtown, including the NT Car Show, which will be taking place after this. Sheriff Department coming on through right now. Saw a great photo being shared on social media last night. A little kid here during the Fireman's Parade went up and offered some candy to some of the sheriff's deputies here in town. So that was a pretty cool photo. I know it's doing the rounds on Facebook. You might have seen that. Those state police, never seen those motorcycles before. Those must be new. Those are definitely classy there. Looking sharp. Our state police cars have always winning awards for looking so good. Yeah, those are some very sharp motorcycles for sure. And there's the 601st West Virginia National Guard here, right here in Buchanan. The National Guard vehicle as well coming on through. Thank you to all of those that serve our great country. Thank you to them. Again, any questions, comments, leave them in the chat. We're continuing to add some viewers here, so that's great to see. And again, love the change up in terms of bringing you this available online. And here's the first banner coming on through. It's the official festival banner. An exciting family tradition, which it absolutely is. Jenkins, Ford, Subaru, and Hyundai. This is Division 1 getting ready to start right now. The first division of this parade getting ready to come on through. We've got beautiful Ford Mustang coming through as well. Got the Buchanan-Upshur Band that is making its way through as well. Buchanan-Upshur High School Band. You can see that in the distance there. As we do get the vehicles, there's no better sight than that band either. That band is always great. My mom was in the band, sister was in the band. Throwing candy, the kids are definitely enjoying that, that's for sure. That was part of my favorite things to do. Just run out and get that candy, keep it for weeks, and not let my dad steal any of it. There we go. There is the Buchanan-Upshur High School Band from right here in Buchanan. Buchanan's finest taking part in that. We're going to take me off camera real quick so you can get the full view of your Buchanan-Upshur High School Band. Shout out to our Buchanan Upshur high school band. I'm sure they are toasty out there, as hot as it is. Temperature's pushing 90 by later on this afternoon, so it's definitely a warm one. Now we've got Mayor of Buchanan, Robbie Skinner, coming on through as well. Great job here in the city of Buchanan. Finally, his first time as mayor actually having the parade back in town, so I'm sure that is great for him. Great experience for him. We've also got West Virginia Strawberry Festival President St. Jenkins coming on through as well. This is the Mountaineer Challenge Academy from Kingwood, West Virginia. They're making their way through as well. And yes, Hazel, those uniforms and the band, and most of these people out here are definitely going to be on the warmer end for sure. Again, this is the Mountaineer Challenge Academy making their way through right now. Great program that we do have there, helping the young folks out. You guys are talking about you're lucky to be in the AC at home. I feel the same way sitting in here. I was expecting to be burnt. I'm not the best at putting on sunscreen at appropriate times, that's for sure. Again, any shout outs that you guys do want to have, we will have them for you. You can also, as we just left in the chat there, check out the West Virginia Strawberry Festival merchandise. It's available. Just follow that link there. The JesterLine Strawberry Festival merchandise there. Available in the chat for you. Got a little bit of time in between the next part here. So, again, any questions that you do have, leave them in the comments. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, it's first year we're doing this, and the team's done a great job putting this all together, and we are happy to be here for you, bringing this festival to you. Different location here as well from years past. If you've watched previous parades in years past, has not been in this location, but I like the location. Gives a great view down Main Street on one of the most beautiful main streets in all of West Virginia. Promise you that is right here in downtown Buchanan. It's going to look real nice with those hot rods later on today, for sure. Any questions that you guys do have, any comments, leave them in the chat. Got a little bit of time in between now. Again, update on the temperature here, still 84 degrees, so it's definitely hot. That's over at the airport, not far from here, so it is toasty out there. Trying to get to those comments for you. If you're leaving anything, maybe Facebook in the comments, looking at that. Strawberry Festival. Again, I'm Dillon Gaudet. You may remember me. I previously worked at WBOY in Clarksburg there. Now I am in Kentucky at ABC, the ABC station there, WTVQ. Do the weather down there. They let me come back here. Of course, I told them as soon as I started, I said I'm gonna have to come back. This is one weekend I need off work, and they're let me do this. So I really appreciate them giving me the opportunity, because again, this is something I've grown up going to, enjoying as a kid, now as an adult, getting the chance to do it, and now bringing the parade to you is a super cool experience for me. Absolutely, because if you know me, I absolutely love the West Virginia Strawberry Festival. Does not get much better than this, and this is a cool setup, cool way to do it. Allows me to be interactive with you. Can't be down there on the streets right now, which would be cool as well, to be interacting with some of the fans, talking to some people in the parade, but this is the next best thing. Get interactive with all of you watching. Maybe you haven't watched in the past, and I saw a couple comments that people haven't been in Buchanan since the 90s, so things have definitely changed a lot here, but happy you're able to watch the parade, just like old times, right? Got the next group coming on through. This is Rouge Hollow Drum and Bugle Corp. They're from Northeast Ohio. Shout out to them for making the drive down. Saw a couple videos of them. They look like an excellent group there. I love a good drum group, that is for sure. Happy to have them here in town. especially from Northeast Ohio. They're wearing the black shirts too. I might have recommended a lighter color with as hot as the temperatures are out there today. I'm sure they're a little toasty. Again, shout out to them for making the drive down from Northeast Ohio. Hello, Mike. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, shout out to JesterLine Studios. Without them, we wouldn't have this today. So that is great to see. Thank you for tuning in, Teresa. Appreciate it. Got the car here. It's the 2021 West Virginia Strawberry Festival Queen, getting ready to make her way through. Kaylee Simmons. Again, she never got the chance to take part in the parade. So as finally getting her chance to wave at the crowd, make her way through. Got a sweet ride there as well. Very slick. Again, that's Kaylee Simmons. She's the 2021 West Virginia Strawberry Festival Queen. Making the way in the convertible Corvette. Yeah, which was nice. Yes, I do know my cars. I know that's a Corvette. That's her in there. You can see this may also have been part of the Queen's family. And maybe who that is. Maybe the 21 Queen's Kaylee Simmons family as well in the car there. Shout out to her again. Being the Queen when there was no parade. So that was a little bit of a bummer. So now it looks like, I believe next is the Clay Battelle Middle and High School Band making their way through. Thank you for coming down. The CBs. When I was working at WBLY, getting up to go see Clay Battelle, it's kind of off the beaten path up there in Montague County, but great school there. It's the home of former WBLY Chief Meteorologist Jason Parrish. Clay Battelle, he's a Clay Battelle alum. That's who I looked up to, for sure. Hey, small band, but Clay Battelle's a small school. Happy to have them down here for sure. I know the kids haven't had the chance to march in parades a lot, so now they're getting that chance, and I'm sure they're very toasty in those uniforms, but they got water for them, so keeping them hydrated. Now we've got the Queen's Float. Kelsey Hill is your 2022 Strawberry Festival Queen. Won the pageant earlier this year. Shout out to Kelsey Hill. First maid Jenna Biggs, and second maid is Kendall Marshall as well. I'll see them later on. Shout out to our Queen, Kelsey Hill. She's been doing a great job getting her active with the community here, taking part in the festivities. Beautiful fountain there as well. Love that. Very cool to get that on the truck and get that running. I'm sure that was challenging. Beautiful young ladies with the Queen as well. Shout out to them. I'm sure they're probably hot out there too. The kids. That's getting those kids to stay on the float for that long. I've never been on one of those, but I'm sure that's challenging to keep them riled up and in place for sure. Yes, the red dresses. That's probably getting toasty. Next group coming in here, we've got the West Virginia Highlanders D&E band. So that is shout out to Davis and Elkins College for the Highlanders coming down, making the short drive down Route 33, quarter H, down to Buchanan. Again, the college, a lot of people have not been able to have parades. So glad to see all these bands from near and far making their trip to Buchanan. Got several bands, drum lines coming throughout the parade, so we will love to see all of them. And when we have the bands coming on through, we're gonna take me off screen so you guys can get the full effect there of the band. So we'll go ahead and do that now. Now we've got, I believe that's Bill Hamilton coming on through. West Virginia Senator, District 11. He gave me his niece Piper Weinmiller and Logan Cooper, and his nephew Logan Cooper riding with him in that awesome Ford Thunderbird there. That's a sweet looking car. Now we've got Elkins High School marching band. They are making their way through. Shout out to the Tigers. They got the khakis on, so maybe a little less hot than the full band uniforms. Probably was a good move, but they are still wearing the black. I mean, the black shirts. As a meteorologist, to know my albedo, things like that. Oh, you're not. Sorry, I didn't realize you were going on. Here we go now. We're back. Shout out to, again, that was Elkins High School Marching Band. Now we've got the King's Float. Sponsors of that are that's for the West Virginia Strawberry Festival, Upshur County Commission. Our king this year is Franklin Bush Jr., who's actually been royalty in the past, which is very cool. 2016, he was part of the junior royalty king then. So shout out Franklin Bush as our 2022 West Virginia Strawberry Festival king. Jeannie McCutcheon says, thanks for broadcasting the parade today. Thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate that. We've got the King's family as well. That might be King's family or the Teen Queens family, which we'll be seeing in just a moment after Morgantown High School Band. We'll let you get a look at another one like McCann Upshur Band of the bands we've seen so far. One of the best bands in the entire state of West Virginia. So enjoy, watch and enjoy. And welcome back in. Again, that was Morgantown High School Red and Blue Marching Band. And now we've got the West Virginia Strawberry Festival Teen Queen. This float sponsored by Country Time Cooking, located on Old Elkins Road here in Buchanan. Cadence Ringer is our 2022 Teen Queen, the West Virginia Strawberry Festival. Great to see them coming on through. And we've got her maids as well. First maid, Nina Mae Coberly, and second maid, Gracie Snyder. Beautiful float there. Again, the floats have been fantastic so far. Great to see that. Love the flowers on there as well. Again, the Country Time Cooking, that's sponsored there. Get back to the chat here, see if we've got anybody else tuning in. Hazel. Hazel's been very active. Hazel-eyed Eric G's Vixen, whatever your name is, Hazel. Thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate that. You're leaving a lot of comments, being very interactive, letting us to fill some time here for sure. And we're getting a great look. This is one of the first times. And we also, you may notice that in the background, the judges are right here too. That was a different change up from years past where the judges have been. So we're getting the best and the best of our bands and our floats as they come on through. So again, this is West Virginia Strawberry Festival Teen Queen, which is Cadence Ringer, first maid Nina Mae Coberly, and second maid Grace Snyder. Grace Snyder. Now we've got the West Virginia Wildlife Center coming on through now as well. If you've never been to French Creek to enjoy the West Virginia Wildlife Center, I recommend that. I've been going since I was a kid. It's always fun to see those animals that used to live here, you know, used to have home here in West Virginia, and getting to see some of those, the bison and things like that. Mountain lion as well. Some say those are still here in West Virginia. Never seen one for myself. And the West Virginia DNR says they do not, so they're not here. Just some big stray cats, right? Thank you, Cheryl Wilt, for tuning in. Good to see you. I'm happy to be back. We got some old viewers from my time doing the weather here tuning in. So thank you all for that. Really appreciate your all's love and support. I definitely feel at home here. Yana Zirkle says, best parade in North Central area. Great announcer too. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Both of those. I agree with highly. Now coming on through, I think we've got, not sure what's coming on through next. What's that? We got a giant truck coming on through. Shout out to you, truck. That may be Maniac Mountain Haunted House. I don't know if it's that. It's not that. I think it's just a giant truck coming on through. We did have a mail truck earlier. That was a mail truck. Got you. I am hearing that is a bulk mail truck. Again, you got to get your packages delivered, even if it's in the middle of the parade. Got to make their way to the post office, which is actually right behind us here from where we're at. There is, okay, sorry to Maniac Mountain Haunted House. This is Maniac Mountain Haunted House, which is a fun attraction there. I have never gotten the chance to go to it yet. I'm not a big haunted house kind of fan, so I don't know what kind of monster that is. I'm sure that's hot as well and very difficult to walk in that. Kids enjoying the candy as well. And another mail truck coming on through. So if you're wondering where your packages are at, they are right here in the middle of the 2022 West Virginia Strawberry Festival Grand Feature Parade. Gotta respect the postman. That is correct. Rain seats, so they are coming on through. Let's see. I've actually gotten some texts from people watching, so thank you all for tuning in. My grandma's watching. Shout out to you, Nan. Probably doesn't know how to use the comment section, so she's just texting me, so that's fine too. You send me a message on Facebook. Anything you would all like to do. Man, Maniac Mountain really showed out for this, for sure. Quite the group there, quite the car. Again, I don't know the car, but yeah. All right, I think that is it. We've got a band coming up with this division. Do have listed on the schedule here is Pawpaw Junior and Senior High School Marching Band. I think I do hear them distance there, so yes, there they are, which I'm sure is another small band like the Clay Battelle Band. So shout out to them for making the drive down, and again, for them to get the opportunity. A lot of kids have not had that chance recently to take part in festivals and parades, so we are getting that chance now. Jenny McCutcheon again, I don't know if I just said this, but hopefully we'll be able to broadcast this next year. We really like this. Well, hopefully we can add more to this and make it a little bit different for next year again too, because this is new for all of us, new for the festival as well. And here we go. This is actually not that. This is a new band that just came into, it was a late arrival to us. It's the Katanning Firemen's Band. And from what I've seen, they're pretty... And we're seeing them coming on through now. I know I'm on screen, but you can still hear me there. So we're seeing them coming on through. Now we've got the second division coming on through. This is sponsored by this division of the parade, sponsored by St. Joseph's Hospital, WVU Medicine. Thank you for coming on in. And their float, which is coming in behind them, again, sponsored by St. Joseph's Hospital, West Virginia Medicine. That's actually our winner for the Grand Feature Float Professional Division winner. So this is your number one float. Getting a chant. I can't quite hear what they're chanting out there, but they are excited to come on through. Them. You can leave the comments. If you have any more of those comments, let us know. Kids enjoying the candy. Again, that was my favorite part as well. Vicky Paul, tune in, watching me. Thank you for leaving me a comment that you are watching. Waiting on the next thing. Got someone tuning in from California, lives in a small town of 786,000 people. I can tell you, Buchanan, not quite that size. Getting the Strawberry Festival chant out there, so that's great to see. Thank you all for tuning in. This is the second division of the parade that's getting ready to come on through. Joe Wolf says that old hearse that went through looked like one on the Munsters. That's true, it did. Yeah, that's what I'm doing here. If you see what I'm looking down, I got my computer up here looking through, I got my phone trying to get as many questions, comments that people have into this broadcast so we can make this as interactive as possible, which is, again, big change up from years past. Thank you for Kay Lauer from watching from Ohio. Thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate that. The Katanning Firemen's Band, they are making good use of their time. I think those are the ones trying to get this chants going as we're a little held up here.
Thank you with the outfit. I was checking it out while you were
They're coming on through now. So again, shout out to them. Katanning, I think I'm saying that correctly. I should know how to say that, considering I used to live not too far from there. Going to college, but here we go. This is the Division II St. Joseph Hospital WVU Medicine. This is their float coming on through as well. That is a beautiful float. Love the colors on it. Hospital I was born in, St. Joseph Hospital. Proudly, right here in Buchanan. Yes, and shout out to Ryan Frame is in here. Doc Frame helping out with this. Really appreciate that, getting this on the air. We really, got this put together, and it's just us two really in here, and also some of the people on the Strawberry Festival committee helping us out as well. So that is big shout out to all of them. Really appreciate that. Trying to get all these comments in. All right, now we've got coming through now is the Columbus Saints Drum and Bugle Corps, I believe that's who this is. So we'll let you hear them real quick. Yes, it's the Columbus Saints Bugle Corps. Shout out to them for making the drive down. Gina Ball says, great job, Dillon. Saw you on the news in Lexington when we stayed there last week. Well, thank you for watching. Really appreciate that. John and Alyssa Lutman, I think I said that correctly, watching from Portland, Texas. We've got all over the map here. come on through. Behind them is the Fast and Friendly Pharmacy. That's that coming through right now as well. Look at that outfit. Popping the head out of the bottle there. Yes. I've got a little bit of dead time here. Again, with this broadcast is a JesterLine Studios production, brought to you in part by Ulti-Energy and Strategy IT Technology Solutions. So thank you to them allowing us to do this today. And we do have that dead time. It is kind of different, you know, broadcasting the parade from inside, not being outside. So like, I'm hearing what's happening in my ear, obviously, you know, the sound that you're hearing, but different, not being able to like see exactly, be able to look ahead and stuff. So that's been a little different for me. This is probably the first time I've ever watched the parade not on the actual sitting there watching it for as long as I can remember, because I've been taking part in this, doing the festival since I was a kid again. Jennifer Stout, thank you for saying that. This is my first time doing anything like this. Again, I'm a meteorologist, so predicting the weather is usually my forte. But when I was asked to do this by the Strawberry Festival Committee, I really appreciated that. So that was nice to see. Lacey Ramsey and Jarod Ramsey kind of got me on board with this and reached out to me and gave me the opportunity to do this, and I was like, absolutely, no questions asked. I'm taking part in it. I don't care how it's going to go, but I would definitely like to get this opportunity to do this, because I was really, when it was, you know, on television, it wasn't the TV station I was working at, and I always wanted as a kid to be able to help out with that broadcast, and it was at the other TV station in town, but now I'm getting that chance. And the new age technology giving us the opportunity to do it this way too, which is very cool. Angela Ryder, my family is there today, but thanks, I'm watching from PA. Love my hometown. I absolutely love my hometown as well. Buchanan, West Virginia, as good as it gets. And yes, Hazel, I do have a list in front of me, which is nice, but again, sometimes that gets a little bit jumbled up. The order gets a little bit out of whack. So just going by what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, at least from Ryan, or just hearing on the stream. So again, thank you all for tuning in. My phone's not blowing up. I told people not to comment on the stream, and now they're figuring out that there are other ways to communicate. So now we're getting people texting and tuning in. And Hazel says doing a great job. I really appreciate that. Same with Cheryl. I appreciate it. I did a parade in college. We did. I broadcasted the homecoming parade, and that was a little different, obviously. But this is my first big time parade. So I know if you used to watch back a while ago, before my time at WBOY, that Mike Simons, he would be out in the crowd and talking to the people, and that was always cool to see, going back and watching that in the past. Rhonda Suter, doing a great job, Dillon. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. And a little bit of time in between. That's one thing too. Always in the parade, I'm like, this time, what is going on? What is the time in between? But there's also groups like the Fireman's Band that we just had earlier, which they like to take their good old time doing their performances, which they're here to entertain, so. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Beautiful day here in Buchanan. Let me give you a weather update. 2 o'clock weather update. Up to 86, so it's getting hot out there. Whew. 86, dew point of 64. Feeling humid for sure. So I am lucky to be in here. I would be sweating. But there's a lot of people still outside. You know, we kind of knew that was going to be the case a couple days ago. That it's going to be hot. So kind of pushing out on social media. Make sure you're staying hydrated, things like that. Wearing light colored clothing like I'm doing right now as well. Also got the group there with author Casey Harmon. They're actually here at Argo Books. They're tuning in, watching us, and she's doing a book signing there of my West Virginia Adventures Journal. West Virginia Adventure Journal. Casey Harmon, the author. Again, she's at Argo Books. They're watching us from there. So thank you all for tuning in. And yes, as we're mentioning in the chat there, huge thanks to Strategy IT and JesterLine Studios for getting this all put together and able to happen, which is very nice to see this. And you know, this is kind of what I was doing in college, and now I work in TV, which is obviously different than this, but that might be changing in the future too. But this is how we kind of did my college things when I went to California University of Pennsylvania. So it's cool to get back and doing this because haven't done this in a while. If you watch me doing the weather, I do a lot of Facebook Lives. So this is very similar to that. And again, it gives you the chance to interact with everyone watching, which is the coolest part. I'm getting lots of requests from my friends down in Lexington to bring back some fresh strawberries. I'd like to know, you know, all the other states that do have their festivals. We had a strawberry festival last week in Kentucky, actually, at Eckerd's Orchard. So Kentucky version of this. But this one's the best one. And yes, I'm biased, but I think that the West Virginia Strawberry Festival is the best one. Big Bend in Florida, Angie's watching from there. It's 84 there, so it's hotter here in West Virginia than what we're dealing with in Florida. So definitely, yeah, I bet that's true. Ryan just said he bets that it feels hotter there, so I bet that definitely think that is the case. Discord, we're getting an update. And again, we've been saying it, Jester strawberry merch available on JesterLine's merchandise store, designed by Kaylee Eisenhart. Again, also designed this beautiful cup, the strawberry cup, which goes great with my outfit. It's very rockin' 80s themed as well. I tried to get some sunglasses that were 80s, but my mom didn't have any of her sunglasses, she said, from the 80s. So I just stole my sister's sunglasses. I'll dip off camera real quick and I'll get those for you though. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. This is the best I could do for the 80s look. But I do have this awesome pin, the strawberry pin, designed by my cousin Sherry Gaudet, who's also designed several and painted several of the walls and street art here that you're seeing, the windows here across Main Street in Buchanan and at the Whistle Stop. They just had the painting outside on there. Her mural there is fantastic. She's very talented. I did not get the artistic ability either from her. So Nicole English says need to take them some donut shop pepperoni rolls. That is true. It does not get better than donut shop pepperoni rolls. That is for sure. I know in my extended family that lives elsewhere, when they come back to Buchanan, that's their first stop. My first stop in college is kind of weird. I like Arby's a lot. So it's right there when you first get into town. We didn't have Arby's back when I went to college. So that was my first stop, was Arby's, which is very random for Buchanan. But yes. James Brown, welcome back to Buchanan. Miss you on the local news. I do miss it as well. But I got a great opportunity there in Lexington, Kentucky. We're doing big things there as well. And weather's been crazy. Yesterday, Friday, we had, Thursday. Thursday, we had tennis ball size hail in Kentucky. So that was wild there. Had to work a 14-hour day to cover that. Lucky we didn't get any tornadoes. I was actually there. The Mayfield tornado that hit back in December in Kentucky. Mayfield, Kentucky's not in my viewing area there, but we still covered those storms as they entered near Lexington there, and that was a long night. We were live for around 6 hours, keeping people prepared. We ended up with 11 tornadoes in my viewing area there, so that was a long night for sure. The weather is definitely a little different, even though it's just a short drive down to Lexington. Weather's a little bit different down there. Weather's looking great here, though, for the Strawberry Festival. That is for sure. And do a little weather forecast. We should be good in terms of some storms until well later this evening. Maybe around midnight is when we could get some of those storms reaching us here. So, again, keeping you guys updated. Get an update here. Reframe. Yeah. So I went to grab the sunglasses, and of course I messed up the camera shot that we tried so hard to get the perfect fit, and of course I messed it up. But it did a great job designing this strawberry. Ryan did. That was kind of a last minute add to this. So that was a very cool ad. I think it's subtle. It kind of does look like I have a little strawberry crown on my head. Again, I'm not the Strawberry Festival king, but you can just call me Mr. Strawberry. That's the unofficial title I'm going by now with this shirt. Maybe we can get that as an unofficial thing next year for the festival. We still got lots more. The parade is not over. See, what's next supposed to come through is the Bonnie Bray drumline. So they might just be, you know, putting on a great performance. One of my favorite Strawberry Festival memories was the lawn chair guys. You remember those? Anybody on the stream that watched that parade? The lawn chair guys. Those were fantastic. That was fantastic. That was a while ago, though. Of course, me. Again, that's the judge. Again, this is the first. I believe this is the first time in a while the judges have been here, as opposed to their previous location. They're on Route 20. This morning I did have my strawberry shortcake fix there from Chapel Hill United Methodist Church. That's, if you haven't had those, that strawberry shortcake, that got a lot of attention too. That's why I think everybody wanted to get some fresh strawberries. It was from that. Got a message here from Emily. She's tuning in. Said she grew up with my grandma and grandpa. Thank you for tuning in. And yes, the core, yes. The Bugle core, not the corpse. My apologies there. And the Columbus Saints Drum and Bugle core. Again, I'm a meteorologist. That's my excuse. But I'm enjoying doing this, so appreciate giving the opportunity. And there we go. And what did I say? The Bonnie Bray drumline from Liberty Corner, New Jersey. I was looking them up, and they came all the way down from there, and they had a fund on their website put together to raise the funds to get here, and they got close. Well, it looks like they met their match to get there, so they've made it here all the way from New Jersey. So shout out to them for coming on down. That is a long drive, longer than my 4-hour drive here from Lexington. So shout out to them. Again, they have a website too. If you're watching and want to check them out. Small group making the trip down, and when they get a little closer, we'll let you guys get the full experience with them and let them kind of show off there. Again, they're from Liberty Corner, New Jersey. Now that is a drum corps, that is for sure. They did a drum line right there. They're fantastic. Again, they're from Liberty Court, New Jersey. Thank you to Bonnie Bray Drumline for coming on down. They did a wonderful job there. Now we've got the, that's cars there is the Upshur County Senior Center. Upshur County Senior Center, Lord and Lady. Shout out to them. Got that nice WView car. You ever see, I forget who, I should know whose car that is. I've actually taken a picture with the car. If you know whose car that is, leave it in the comments. And here it is, the another festival here across North Central West Virginia, the West Virginia Three Rivers Festival. I experienced that for the first time when I was working at WBOY, and it is a great festival as well. This is their float, the Three Rivers Festival pageantry. Hey, that's a nice float too. That's very artistic there. And the rocks, I love when there's, you know, plants and stuff on that. That is great. Yeah, and another fountain. Jeez, they're really upping the game this year with the fountains. Must be the theme. Again, that's in Fairmont later on in the year, so you have to check that one out. One of the better festivals, as well as the Strawberry Festival, of course. But Three Rivers Festival is always a great time as well. Really, yeah, it is really around. Saying there, he's directing everything behind the scenes. That is a good-looking float, and I agree with that for sure. And that's Bill Hamilton's Jeep, is what I should have known that. Should have known that. And now we've got Sonus Brass coming through now. Another group made the drive in. Let's see where they're from. I'm looking up right now, you can hear them, but looking up where this group's from, I haven't been able to find it the last couple times. They're from Woodbridge, Virginia. So shout out to them for making their way in. Behind them, we've got Daughters of the American Revolution. They're coming through now. That's another great looking convertible. Thank you for them for coming on in. Look at that float. Again, that's the Daughters of the American Revolution, the Elizabeth Zane chapter. Welcome back in. We've got Logan County High School Band coming on through. Again, we've got to give the kids a shout out because they have not had the chance to do this. For 2 years, have not had the chance to perform in a band. So let's go ahead and give them a listen. And welcome back. We do have the junior teen Mrs. and Miss coming through right now. Junior teen queen Cadence Ringer. Again, junior teen Queen Madison Burnside. First maid Nola Riley. Second maid Katie Ann Hitt. In the Miss Division, queen is Susie Potter. In the Mrs. Division, Queen Carrie Park, and first maid Ruth Ann Newsom. So shout out to them. And this is the Spencer Hatcher float that's coming through now. They actually second place in the Grand Feature Parade float contest. So Give him a listen. Spencer Hatcher.
I'll drink a little beer that evening. Sing a little bit of these working man blues. This song's for all you working men and women. Yeah! Woo! Go man! That's right, we got ourselves a big show tonight, 7 to 11 p.m. at the Main Street and Spring Street stage. We want to see everybody there. Come get rowdy with us. Yeah, boy!
And now we've got the Shriners coming on through right now, but shout out to, as he just mentioned there, Spencer Hatcher. He's going to be, actually where you see this camera out right now is where he's going to be performing later on today. So that'll be great for you if you would like to come down to town and see that. And there are the Shriners again coming on through. Let's go back to the chat. Nobody, any comments there? No more text either. Welcome back again. Again, leave those comments there. Get to them throughout the parade. I believe this next float is not listed in the right spot, but we'll get you that information. Let's see, what is that float? Is that the Shriners as well? Yes, it is. They have been a festival staple for many, as long as I can remember, which is not a long time, comparatively speaking, considering this is the 80th. But the Shriners are a great group, and they always show out here at the West Virginia Strawberry Festival. Bring down several folks for that. And a good-looking truck, too, along with it. Hazel says Shriners are a great group. I would agree with you there. And Hazel also said earlier, they don't like any strawberries or strawberry flavored things. We won't ban you from the chat, no worries. Do you at least like the strawberry attire, at least? Which I think Hazel did say she did, so. We can save some strawberries for the rest of us, right? That's a group out of Morgantown. Mountaineer Patrol, and that always scared me right there. When you think that skunk is spray, when you think that's a skunk and you get sprayed with water and you think you just got skunked, that was always terrified me as a kid. I'd get so mad when that thing would spray me. One of my favorite parts of the parade, though. Definitely remember it for sure. And some Mountaineer, let's go Mountaineer chants. Got the clowns coming through now as well. Is a good thing. And then, of course, the part that everyone loves, the little cars that they drive around. That is again, see how much of the parade they just took up? This group is, they show out. And you always know that they're going to bring down lots of people for the parade. I've always wanted to drive one of those little cars, too. It'd be fun. There's, like, funny videos I've seen of, like, people having little cars like that. And getting in trouble driving them on the road. Don't recommend that, but funny. Coming on through, look at the chat. Again, thank you all for commenting and showing us some love. Stream's been pretty steady for a while now. And again, given this opportunity to do it this way as opposed to being on traditional TV broadcasts, it allows for a lot more people to tune in a lot different ways. Seeing this link on Facebook or however you saw the link. Appreciate it. Got the subscriber numbers up on the YouTube page, which is nice as well. Got any comments? And again, at the end of the parade is the antique car part of the parade. And then those cars are going to then park on Main Street and have the antique car show. So that's what's going to be exciting. Hazel says the clowns terrify her. Not sure what the phobia is called of clowns, but she has it. That's what Hazel says. Don't know either, but I'm sure lots of you. Yes, thank you to the Shriners, as the West Virginia Strawberry Festival YouTube page has said. They are always a good time, and I know the kids enjoy it. I enjoyed it when I was a kid, and that's what they do, helping out kids given unfortunate situations, and they try to bring some light to those dark times. So shout out to them for sure. And we do have the name of the clown phobia, coulrophobia. Coulrophobia, right there. I do not have that. I have like a phobia of like the sun. I forget. There is one time I saw on TV. When you get in the sun, you sneeze. Like when you're in a dark place and get into the sun, you sneeze. That's some kind of phobia. I think I saw it on one of those doctor TV shows, which I don't know how accurate that is, but I did hear it. Up after the Shriners is the Dazzling Diamonds, which I still think we got a little bit of the Shriners left to go. He's rocking the shorts with that one right there, so that was pretty cool. And that is the Shriners coming on through there, and now we've got the Dazzling Diamonds, which is due up next. And I don't know how often that the festival's gotten this lucky with the weather, but 3 straight days of no rain during parades. That might be a record, honestly. Yeah, so Thursday was forecasted to get some rain, but that didn't end up. Timing helped out with there. And yes, this is the Dazzling Diamonds that are coming up now. This group coming on through. Coming on through, you got the pom-poms waving. Again, I'm sure, I just love, I don't know if I would like to just walk the parade route. I feel like that'd be so hot. But shout out to people that do that, because that it'd definitely be challenging there. And little kids in it as well. I'm sure they're having a great, wonderful time at the 80th West Virginia Strawberry Festival. Can you believe that? 80. I love seeing the old Facebook pictures of the festival back way when downtown was still the way that it originally was. Those are so cool to see. Danny Green on Facebook, big West Buchanan historian, Upshur County historian. He always has amazing photos. The Upshur County Historical Society also does a great job of just documenting all the wonderful times we've had here at the parade over the years. And they're tossing out frisbees, which is nice. This is the group coming through now is the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers from Burnsville Lake. Bobber, the water safety dog. And you should give them a follow on Facebook too. They have 2 otters that always play around there at Burnsville Lake at the little marina they have there. And they always have, I believe it's there, or maybe Summersville, one of those 2 lakes. But they're always, especially in the snow, those otters are out playing in the snow. It's always funny to see. They're coming on through now. Again, that was the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. A Bobber, the water safety dog. Don't forget that life vest for sure can save your life, given why it's called a life vest. Keep calm and eat strawberries. That's also some great word of advice there from Bobber. I like the name too. Great name for the water safety dog. Yeah, bobbing for strawberries. That should be. We need to add that. You know that bobbing for apples, but we need to bob for some strawberries. Maybe we can convince the Strawberry Festival committee to have a contest of that. I'd like to take part in it. Citizens Bank car coming through now, handing out some candy. The strawberry hats. That's what I need for next year. One of those strawberry hats. That'd be the finishing touch to this outfit for sure. Instead of Prince's song Raspberry Parade, it's Strawberry Parade. Perfect. And here we go. Next is the Upshur County Baton Corps. Said it correctly that time, not Corp. See, when I do the weather, I don't have a script. It's all ad-libbing. We're gonna let you get a look at your Upshur County Baton Corps as they come on through, so we'll be ready for that. Again, the judges are here too, so they're gonna put on their best show for y'all, which will be great. Great job there by the Upshur County Baton Corps. Next up, I think we're at Division 3 of the parade with Division 2. West Virginia Wesleyan College is the sponsor of this part of the parade. And look at that vehicle. I've never seen that one. That's pretty cool. The new Wesleyan logo, pretty slick. My sister just graduated from there, class of 2022. Shout out to the Bobcats. My mom and dad went there. I was not a legacy at West Virginia Wesleyan. I went elsewhere, but my sister was. First group with them is the Folklore Ballet Mosaics. You just see a group. Look at this group. They are dressed from head to toe, so we know they are hot. So thank you to them for coming on down. We'll give you guys a full look at them and hear the sights and sounds. And welcome back. Great job there by the Folklore Ballet Mosaics making the trip here to Buchanan, West Virginia. And now we've got the Preston County Buckwheat Festival float, which is another beautiful float. And that Buckwheat Festival runs September 29th through October 2nd. I've never made it to the Buckwheat Festival, and now we've got our own Ryan, his high school band now, the Braxton County High School marching band coming on through. And I've always loved making it. I had to go down there to a couple football games at Braxton County High School, so going down and see them. So they're playing a great song here, so we'll let you give them a listen. Welcome back in. Got the next group coming on through. Again, that was Braxton County High School Band. We've got the West Virginia Strawberry Festival Junior Royalty Court with the Queen Channing Gillum. They are coming on through now. If you missed the Junior Royalty Parade on Thursday, which I was planning on being here for that, but could not because of the storming there in Kentucky. Looking at the comments, Deanna Zirkle said that they were enthusiastic talking about that Folklore Ballet Mosaics. They were. They were very enthusiastic, and their colors were beautiful. They did a fantastic job. Those are some of the great groups that come on through. And shout out again to the whole court there, the West Virginia Junior Royalty Court with the Queen Channing Gillum. We got look at that float coming on through. Channing Gillum, again, is your Junior Royalty Queen. Last year, they asked Abby Backenstow, if you're familiar with WBOY, she got to judge in that in 2021, so that was a cool opportunity for her. And now we've got another group coming in. This is the Band Marching Unit. They're fantastic. Look them up. They made the drive here from Baltimore. And what a job there. That was, again, the Band Marching Unit from Baltimore. Doing a fantastic job making the trip down here. I got a comment that said, I bet Zool's frozen lemonade is very popular today. I would say so. All the vendors down there haven't been down to Jawbone Park yet. Fantastic. I like how they set everything up down there this year. A little different than years past, and everything's kind of together. You don't have to search for any of the food. Next up is Visiting Royalty. This is actually the third place float as well for the West Virginia Strawberry Festival. So, beautiful dresses. like the sunshine there. There's a nice touch to the parade. Again, they got 3rd place in the Grand Feature Parade. That list for y'all. Grand Feature Parade Professional Division, visiting royalty with a 3rd place in the Professional Division float. Somebody also commented that we were talking about the lawn chair guys earlier. Somebody commented and said my buddies and I should start our own lawn chairs group. That's a good idea. Now we've got the Steel City Ambassadors Drum and Bugle Corps making their way through. We'll give you guys a listen. And welcome back in. Got another float getting ready to come for you. This is another visiting royalty float. So I don't know if this counts as also the 3rd place in the professional division. But another beautiful float making its way through. Love the colors. I've always loved the floats that we get. I actually helped design one in homecoming in high school. Helped design our float. So that was a lot of fun. And then now we've got a group from right here in Buchanan. The Elite Rivals Twirling group will be making its way through. I'll give you guys a look at them. And again, that was the Elite Rivals Twirling from right here in Buchanan. And they're still going on through. My sisters did the twirling, but I just could never get it down pat. So, definitely not my forte is the twirling. My mom was a majorette too. So, yeah, I can do it with the pen. I can twirl around my fingers. I can't do the YMCA, which you can't see because, again, Ryan made this like literally in 5 minutes today. Fantastic. Right along with the strawberry theme. And I'm glad I'm in here because it is hot out there for sure. My mom keeps texting me that it is hot out there. And again, she also let me know that they are watching us from a signing that's taking place at Argo Books. Right down the street here. Author, Casey Harmon is doing a book signing there from her book, My West Virginia Adventure Journal, which is very cool. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, this group going through, if you have not heard, is the Elite Rivals Twirling. And again, it is hot out there, so hopefully everyone is, staying hydrated. We've been trying to tell that all along. I actually heard from the group there at Chapel Hill that in years past, when it's gotten really hot, they've even run out of ice there, which makes things very challenging. Ronald Reed tuning in from Northeast Ohio. Several people watching from Ohio right now, so shout out to you all. Next group coming on through. See, I've got a float. I don't have a float coming up next, so this may be a surprise who's coming on through. That's the Twirlers. Gotcha. Should have known. That is the Twirlers, which some of them, it's a little too hot for the walk, which that would be me. I'd be sitting in the truck, in the AC, maybe his windows rolled down. Next group coming on through is T-Mobile. He's making their... Getting comments, somebody tuning in from Southeast England. Let's see if that is the case, or you're lying to us. Ryan Aries, I believe. It's one of Ryan's friends, so yes. He is tuning in from... Yes. What's that? Ray Rez. Shout out to Ray Rez. Southeast England, so shout out to you for tuning on in. Bet you it's a little warmer here than there. Probably a little bit. Next group coming in now is the Country Beauty Twirlettes. Another group in black. See, we gotta get the people coordinated. When it's hot out there, you gotta get some light color. Like, Ryan is wearing black, but we're inside. We're in the AC. I was fully prepared to be outside. I'm going to be outside, walking around town, which hopefully everyone else is. I'm really excited for the antique car show. That was fantastic last year. Those cars were superb. Again, Kylie Eisenhart design here with this cup. Amazing cup. Little 80s theme. 80s is a great idea. 80s festival. Having the 80s attire. I tried to find a broadcast from the 80s to go back and watch. That was back in the Mike Simons days. And if you did miss any of this, because we're on YouTube again, you can watch this till YouTube goes off the internet. You can watch this. This will be archived on YouTube for forever. Which, again, like we're trying to go back and watch old festivals, you can't, because none of them are available because they were done broadcast style, and they have them. So this will be the only parade that you can watch in its entirety on YouTube with audio, because there's one on there with no audio, but you can watch this one with audio, and of course see my face in the strawberry, which is a very, very cool box in the box. I'm gonna have to talk to my TV production group back in Kentucky if we can get one of these boxes for me to do the weather in, because that would be hilarious. Yeah, we'll get Ryan to design that for us. James Brown says that the Bobcat vehicle is new. Well, that's a slick-looking vehicle, so a nice shout-out to West Virginia Wesleyan, which is a big part of my family for sure. My parents went there together. Yeah, and huge. Actually, the reason the festival is a thing is back in 1936, the president of Wesleyan suggested that we have a strawberry festival, so that it would encourage, again, during the Great Depression, people to grow strawberries. So, and at that time it was called the Central West Virginia Central Strawberry Festival. Began June 3rd, 1936, and again in an effort to promote growers from Central West Virginia organizers. Very cool there. Again, that was a challenging time during the Great Depression, so very cool reasoning, for hometown to get the growers going. Awesome reasoning why we did start the Strawberry Festival. I'm glad we have it here. Nothing goes together quite like Buchanan and the Strawberry Festival. Next up, I lost my place here. We have, believe that is Knuckle Buster coming on through, or no, sorry, Woodford Oil Corporation. They got their propane tank. Definitely not needing some propane heat today, that's for sure. Got plenty of that. Let me give y'all a weather update. The temperature is 86 degrees still, but that update was at 2, so we have not gotten an update since then. All American Twirlers also coming in behind that as well. Temperatures around the region. Fairmont's up to 87. Speaking of Braxton County, Sutton sitting at 87 as well. 86 in Clarksburg. So it is toasty. Warmer here than in Florida. How about that? Warmer here than in Florida. It's going to get hot. I think we'll reach 90. First 90-degree day so far this year, so. Not here? Hasn't been? Had a 90? 97, yeah. So, it's been hot though, so. It was actually kind of a cold April comparative to average, so May's kind of warming on up. Again, this group going through now, that's All American Twirlers. It's our last music group coming on through. We're reaching the end of the, almost there. Hazel says the only propane needed is on the barbecue grills today. Absolutely. Had a little barbecue down here in town yesterday. That was a great time. And went down and enjoyed the Fireman's Parade. I think this is another group coming. It's the ones that aren't in the group marching. They are sitting on the float, which is on the trailer, which is a great move there. Watching from Texas, Rob Mann tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. From Texas, we've got England. Again, this is truly worldwide. You're probably, definitely the first ever person to watch the Strawberry Festival live out of this country. So shout out to that. That is awesome. Yeah, Ray Rez. And get another message. And a little bit more on that history. Somebody's texting me this, that again it began in 1936. Professor J.E. Judson of West Virginia Wesleyan College pointed out that the local Lions Club to the local Lions Club that the climate and soils of Upshur County were ideal for strawberries. So how about that? The truck that just went on through. Look at that. Get another look at that. That is, yeah, that's Emerald. There's the Emerald Auto coming on through. Nice and American. Emerald Automotive. Thing coming on through. And again, at the end of the parade is when the classic car show's coming on through. And they're going to be parking on Main Street. So that'll be fun. I've got Knuckle Buster, I believe that's who this is coming on through. Little crazy train action. Nearly 8 p.m. there in England. And I think this is Windlings coming down, which is always the signature closing of the parade, which is been Windlings as long as I can remember, and then the board of directors coming in after that. Shout out to them. Again, great idea this year to have this streamed. Again, as we've been saying, don't even first time ever having somebody out of this country watching it live. So that's a very cool opportunity that we're able to bring this to you. So hopefully in the future years we can do some more kind of planning around and get this, keep improving this, because this is our first time doing this. And look at that, they got the fire twirlers. I just realized that. Now that, maybe be a little hot for that today, but shout out to them doing that. But again, thank you all for tuning in. I've really appreciated you all on the stream today, taking part in this first ever online stream for the West Virginia Strawberry Festival. I am super thrilled to have the opportunity to do this. Something I've wanted to do since I was a little kid. So living my dream doing the weather and broadcasting the parade. So I want to give Ryan another shout out. Thank you for all you've done. Thank you to Jarod, Ramsey there as well. And Lacey's who reached out to me. They got in contact with my mom, and my mom said, absolutely, without even asking me, Dillon's going to want to do it. And she was right. I am here. The board of directors coming on through there. Shout out to them. And look at this. Now, this is not antique, but the Upshur County Sheriff's kind of... I remember when they got this. This is through a grant, I believe. They got this vehicle. I believe that's Sheriff Virgil Miller at the top there. But I'm sure that my grandpa, when he was sheriff, Would have been love to rock in a vehicle like that. I believe that was like an army. I don't remember, so this isn't quoted, but I believe they got a grant to get that vehicle. So very cool. That's the chat. If anybody knows for sure, can forward me to an article with that. Angie says 85 there in Tallahassee, Florida. Weather ticker says it's 87 in Buchanan. I'm going off the official Buchanan temperature, which is at the airport. It may be up to 87 right now. As a meteorologist, gotta go with the official numbers. We got the state troopers coming on through for the antique cars. Not yet. After this, that's obviously a state trooper car, but I have a picture on my my weather Facebook of me in the cop car when I was a little kid with my grandpa, and that was very fun. I was crying in the picture because I think the sirens were too loud for me. And that is definitely an antique car. Just went through there. Tell you that. I'm not a huge car expert, but I know that that's an antique army car for sure. Look at that pretty blue there on the Air Force one. That is nice color blue. I bet you that's hard to find a paint for a car paint that color, because I don't think I've ever seen one that color. I'd love to have a car that blue though, for sure. But I'm glad I was able to mention that about the history. It was pretty cool how it started, how the festival started. Again, you can see a bunch of old photos from festivals past. Upshur County history building here. We'll have Historical Society, they'll have plenty of photos there. And also Danny Green on Facebook, he shares thousands of photos from years past of parades. And you can kind of see the evolution through time. Performance Chevrolet coming on through now was a part of the antique car and portion of the end of the parade. And again, all these cars are going to park along Main Street, and it's going to be a rocking time here in downtown Buchanan for the rest of your day today. There's always been kind of a lull in the past before they did this, between the parade and like all the rest of the festivities taking part downtown. So this year we've got the parade, then we've got the antique car show, and then it's Party Girl on the streets. So we got a whole day decked for you here. We may get some rain late in the evening, but as you see right now, it's hot and it's sunny out there. Yeah, we got one place beating the temperatures here in Buchanan. 95 feels like 101 in Texas. I have seen they are in quite the heat wave in Texas this weekend. Got the big jacked up trucks coming on through. And another shout out to this is JesterLine Studios production, and it's brought to you in part by Ulti-Energy and Strategy IT Technology Solutions for helping us put this together for you. And as the chat just mentioned, antique cars will follow the parade at the end. And there's beautiful trucks coming on through. I am a Chevy guy at heart, so I love me some Chevys. Ryan says he knew something was wrong with me. The Chevy guy. My grandpa did collect cars though. Grandpa Fred, which a lot of people here in Buchanan know Fred Gaudet, so we miss you, Pawpaw Fred. One of the cool Strawberry Festival traditions that's kind of started here is that they do a remembrance of officers from Upshur County and Buchanan downtown. I'm going to get a list of this year's person that was honored. And check that out over at the down at the fire department and this Buchanan Safety Center, I think it's called now. Got the trucks coming on through, and of course my headphones just died, so it's coming out of the computer for you. Now that's a nice color blue right there. Nice Ford truck. My grandpa had a nice truck like that. Seasons past. Yeah, another nice blue. I love how they kind of lined up by color because they had the black trucks earlier. Now we got the blue trucks coming on through. Another nice car coming on through. Bill Hamilton had that Thunderbird. That was one of the best cars in the parade itself. And yes, so on the 5th William Grubb Day, which is May 18th this year, Upshur County longtime Sheriff David Kaufman was honored this year as the William Grubb recipient, which has become a new tradition again over the last 5 years. To honor that my grandpa was one of the first that did. So very cool little way to remember them. That's over at the Safety Complex down on Friendly Way. And Hazel says that her fun fact in Denver, Colorado, it's 41 and snowing there right now. So, yeah, I did see that they're getting quite a snowstorm for Colorado. So. Base of the Rockies. Loveland, Colorado. Oof, yes, that would be very, very cold. See, as a meteorologist, my favorite type of weather is cold and snow. So I'd like to get up in like Buffalo and be in one of those intense lake effect snow. That would be how I would like to spend a winter's day. Really? Oh. Again, thank you all for tuning in. Very cool opportunity. I'm excited to go down and check out some of these antique cars. Yeah, you can catch us walking around the street downtown. If you guys will be going through, we will have that for you. And you can, take some pictures, and we would love to do that for you. Again, I'm in town for the weekend. A lot of people watching that were frequent viewers of me doing the weather. Got a couple more cars coming on through again. Tommy says, describes the cars coming on through. I don't want to mispronounce any of the names. I wish I was a big car guy. That's what we need next year, maybe, is for the antique car. Have a car guy announcing some of these cars. Because I would not be the guy for that. If we had a weather parade, NASCAR parade, I'd know all those drivers coming on through. Again, this is the first year I think it's been after. So beautiful truck coming on through now. Kind of green. Again, I love the unique colors that end up coming on some of these vehicles, the antique cars. And again, I wish I knew the makes and models. I know the Volkswagen Bug, I can tell you that. Is that Herbie? Yeah, so yes, question, I do the weather. Yes, I used to do the weather here in a WBOI in Clarksburg for 2 years, and now I'm in Lexington, Kentucky. You can follow along with me. I post several videos, forecasts and funny things that we do on my TV station there, so follow along. Weather adventures, again, Kentucky weather. It's a different animal than here in West Virginia. Beautiful cars coming on through. Volkswagen. Slick car as well. My dad's high school car was a 69 Camaro, and mine was a 03 Ford Taurus. Some of us are not the same. That is a beautiful blue right there. Man, that was a good looking car. I know that's the Dodge Challenger. Look at the rims shining off the sun. That. I'll never catch that. Bradley Tinney is watching from Winchester, Virginia. Thank you for tuning in. The car show is now, Haley. It's coming on through. It's at the end, and again, then they're going to have the car show right after the cars all drive through Main Street. And I think that's a little bit of the hold-up because you're getting the cars all parked. I believe they're parking as we go through all the cars. So that's why we won't be able to show you all of them. That's why you got to come here and see the cars for yourself. Unless you're in England. That would be a little difficult to do. You can walk just across the pond, right? Just across the pond. You can hear some of the beeping taking place. Pineville, Kentucky. Hazel, yes, I know where Pineville is. We had a tornado warning there Thursday. I don't think it ended up being a tornado. I have not checked. Ryan says, yes, it is going to be a bit of a travel for him from England. Just a bit of one. So Mustang coming on through. No, it's okay. I don't need to hear, so I don't think so. At least I don't have the band to listen to anymore, so. He says if JesterLine's willing to pay for the ticket, he's down. Thank you for tuning in, Angie. Angie says, thanks for the broadcast and hosting. Great job. Appreciate it. My first time really doing something like this, so happy you guys enjoy. I got my experience out of the way with it. And hopefully we were able to make it interactive for you and make it kind of feel like home, as a hometown boy myself. There's a viewer from the Netherlands watching. So we've got all across the globe. I'm telling you, we need next year, our goal needs to be someone on every continent watching us. That's the goal for the 2023 West Virginia Strawberry Festival. Got the cars. Ryan says it's a reachable goal to get somebody from every continent. One time when I was in college, we would broadcast all of our football games, and we had people from all across the globe. I think it's just the algorithm of YouTube getting people tuned in. So yeah, shout out to our friends from the Netherlands. Looking forward to watching them in the World Cup. That will be exciting. Any other comments you guys have? You guys can leave them in the chat. Yeah, if you go to Ulti-Energy.com, you can use code Jester for 10% off your next order. And again, they are one of the partners with us for this. Thank you to them. Thank you to them. Yes, there are many strawberry festivals across the United States. We just had one in Kentucky last weekend. Florida also has a big strawberry festival. A couple years ago, a big country singer, I forget who it was, tweeted out, I think it was maybe Brad Paisley, that's why there was a confusion, that he was going to be performing at the Strawberry Festival. He did not specify which Strawberry Festival, and he was performing at the Florida Strawberry Festival. But this is the West Virginia 80th West Virginia Strawberry Festival. 2 years absent a grand feature parade, and we are back this year, and it was a great one. Happy to get back to a little sense of normalcy. Hopefully this year is a great revolt to re-energize the Strawberry Festival after 2 years away. Hopefully we can continue to grow this great event. Now that's a slick looking car right there. That blue went through the green. Man, that is a nice color green as well. Yes, and Brad Paisley is from Glendale, West Virginia. Went there and saw they have a toy shop there that has some pictures of Brad Paisley. He was a little kid. Yes, that definitely explained that confusion of if Brad Paisley. Brad Paisley at the West Virginia Strawberry Festival would be awesome. But you got the next best thing. You've got Lexington meteorologist Dillon Gaudet. The hometown boy himself. There are actually 2 meteorologists currently working in the industry from West Virginia. Another one is from here. Actually went to school with my cousin. And he was Nick. What's his last name? I'll get you that. But yes, McKenna, West Virginia, probably one of the only places in West Virginia that has 2 meteorologists from there. Fun fact for you. Any more questions? Nick Cranock. He is a meteorologist in Texas. 2023 goals. Yes, that's what we can get the chat. Maybe we can like blow up Brad Paisley's social media feeds and say, get to the Strawberry Festival in 2023. That's what we can do. Maybe we can do a performance, me and Brad Paisley. Have me up on stage with them, that'd be fun. And JesterLine on the live stream. Yeah, I think again, the reason there's such a hold up with this and why we can't really show you the full parade is because, again, they're parking these cars, staggered parking down Main Street for the car show that's taking place right as about getting ready to take place now. So yes, so that'll be awesome. Hopefully you can come down to downtown and check that out. Yeah, and say hi to us as we'll be out walking around. Finally getting some sun on me. I'll be the only person out here not sunburnt. That'll quickly change once I get outside. So again, thank you all for tuning in. Again, this was this broadcast was a JesterLine Studios production, brought to you in part by Ulti-Energy and Strategy IT Technology Solutions. I was your host, Dillon Gaudet. Thank you to everyone who made this happen, including Ryan there behind the scenes, making everything go as a director's role. I directed one time in my life, and it was a halftime high school football band, their performance, and I accidentally took us to commercial instead of switching the camera. So that was my last chance directing there. So thank you for that, and thank you to, again, Lacey Ramsey, who reached out to me, help organize this, the whole Strawberry Festival committee, for making this happen. Thank you for tuning in, and hope you're able to come downtown and enjoy the 80th West Virginia Strawberry Festival.